Hello fellow YouTubers, I'm Cassandra Joy and welcome to Vlogmas Day 18. It may not show up very well, but it's snowing. It's a very wet snow. Some mix between rain and snow, but still very wintry. Big light warning in 3, 2, 1. Oh, that one's even worse. Normally I wouldn't put that one on. Okay, I need to turn you just like you're not directly in my face. Normally I don't turn that one on unless I'm in a meeting. It just helps with lighting, but it is so dark outside. It's snow raining. It's not quite snow, it's not quite rain, it's something in between. And the clouds have just converged over our little town. I'm doing my makeup because I have a meeting today, but it's an extra important meeting. This is going to be my year review at my job. I've been there for a year. It's a little unclear if the year anniversary is at the end of December or the beginning of January because I was training in December, but probably officially started in January. It's a gray area, but it's close enough. I'm kind of nervous. My job's not going anywhere. That's not what I'm afraid of. I've just been working so hard at this job, trying to be the best at it I can be, trying to bring new ideas to the company. I mean, I'm working extra hours all the time. I rarely take a lunch break. I work through lunch almost every day. Not a good habit, not recommending that. It's just what I do because I want to make sure I do a good job, and there's so much to do and there's so many ways to mess up. My job is a very detail-oriented job, so going over everything 300 times is kind of what I have to do to make sure I don't make a mistake. And I think I'm most afraid about that hard work not being recognized, if that makes sense. I think that's always the fear. I've had many bosses in the past that have really not been kind, have really overworked and undervalued me. My boss currently is not that way at all, and I'm so thankful for that. But I think there's a little bit of fear that's just been ingrained in me when it comes to analyzing any kind of job performance on my part. I'm sure it'll be fine. I've been praying about it a lot, and I know either way God's got this, but I just want to do a good job. That's really all I want. I want to be a good worker. I want to be a valued worker. I want what I do to be appreciated like anybody else. So we will see how that goes. I know a lot of you have questions about my job, mostly because I don't really talk about it. I like to keep that part of my life private, but I don't mind telling you little bits and pieces that don't give away anything, you know? But the reason I mention the year anniversary, it's because a year ago, that was probably one of the most hopeless seasons of my life. The last job I had was a dead-end job, and I loved interacting with the customers. That was the best part of my day every time. But the environment sadly wasn't great. The pay was next to nothing. I was barely able to afford groceries. I couldn't afford people's Christmas presents, could barely afford gas just to get to work. It was a rough time, and I just remember praying constantly for a job where I could work remote, where I would be good at it, where I would feel good about who I was working for, and the work I was doing would be fun, would be creatively fulfilling. That was my wish list that I prayed about constantly, just asking God to open an opportunity for me with a job like that. I was trying to shop myself around a little bit, no bites. I tried corporate avenues and no one wanted to give me a chance because all of the knowledge I had gained had either been through schooling or self-taught. And for some reason that's not impressive on a resume. I don't understand. It's a catch-22 that I think a lot of people can get stuck in, and this job checks off every box I prayed for. Fully remote. I supported this business before I was an employee, so I already loved who they were and what they stood for. My job is endlessly creative. I have so many opportunities to do creative things and flex my creative muscles, and most of my job, like 99% of it, is so fun. I wake up and I want to go to work. I wake up and I'm proud to go to work. I wake up and I am excited for what the day will bring. I don't dread any work day. Even when things get busy or tough, or especially around the holidays when it's just go, 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 no time to breathe, I'm still enjoying it somehow. It's stressful and it's high intensity, but I feel so good being able to say, I tackled that and I got through that and I did it well. And the reason I tell you this is because I know there have been many times in my life where I have felt stuck, where I felt like I have no room to move. And the two bits of advice that I have for you is, one, to pray about it. I know not everybody has a relationship with God like I do, but I honestly don't know what I would do if I didn't have that. If I didn't have him to talk to and confide in, oof, life would be 100 times harder. The second piece of advice I have is to give it a year. When you feel like giving up, when you feel totally hopeless, and you just feel like there's no way anything could ever get better, just give it a year, because a lot can happen in 365 days. I'm living proof of that. If I told a year ago Cassie where I am now, I don't think she'd believe it. I think she'd think I was lying. Not to jump into something heavy first thing in the morning, but it was just on my mind and I thought I'd share in case it was encouraging to any of you. And if you think about it, maybe say a little prayer about my meeting, that it goes well. Because I'm nervous. Lunch break, Cassie here. I didn't pick up the camera at all because I had my review, then I had tons of work to do, and now I'm going to meet my friend Erica and her girls to exchange Christmas presents. There's my small tripod. I could not find that anywhere. Well, I'm putting it on you now. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, I'm gonna seatbelt all the things in. We're gonna talk and drive because I am leaving later than I had planned. Plus the time to meet went up a little bit, so between the two. I wish I had filmed it earlier, but the snow had started coming down and it was like movie snow. It was just so gentle and beautiful, like big snowflakes. Oh, so pretty. I wish I had filmed it. And now it's just turned to rain. Just plain old rain. So my review went well. My boss had some positive things to say, some things that I can work on. I feel like the feedback was well-rounded. I did get a Christmas bonus, which was super unexpected. Really grateful for that. I put most of it in savings, but I left a little bit of spending money to play with. I brought my work stuff with me so that I can finish the work day in town. And I thought one of the things we could do with that spending money is that we could go shopping a little bit. I meant to do that yesterday and ran out of time. Everything closed too fast. So I thought I'd make it up by going today, having a little browse around some shops that I haven't been to in a good long while. For anyone wondering, here's the little burr bag. One last look before it disappears. Oh crap! I had all the plans to write a poem that talked about passing the burr bag on, and I completely forgot to write it. I don't have time now and I have nothing to write it on. I don't even have a pen. Oh well, I'll just have to express. The burr bag is something that you're supposed to pass on to other people. But anyway, here's the bag. I put Erica's stuff in here too, just to make it easy, but I wrapped it differently. I don't know if I'm gonna film in this coffee shop. It just depends on how busy it is and how I feel. I don't know. I don't always like to film things. Sometimes I like to just be in the moment. I'm forever trying to find the balance between creating content and being present. But luckily, you guys already know what I got the girls. And a lot of what I got Erica, I bought at TJ Maxx. So you're not missing out. and decided to stop to eat lunch at K's. I've taken you there a million times, but I thought it would be the perfect place to grab something to eat and finish out the workday, and then we can go shopping. Tucked myself away into a corner, cozy little corner. It finally started to snow outside, and it looks so pretty. It's not quite the same movie snow as before, but still, snow is snow. I finished eating at K's. My laptop battery was starting to die, so I thought, perfect excuse. Let's go across the street and get a Christmassy cup of coffee. So I got myself a decaf peppermint mocha latte with oat milk, and this looks so yummy. This is the problem with lattes. They're just works of art, and I don't want to ruin them by drinking them. I've got about 20 minutes left of work to finish up, so I'm going to try to be as productive as possible. No distractions, just coffee. After we're done, we can go pick a couple shops to browse in together. How's that sound? Ooh, that's a good latte. This is the corner I've tucked myself into. There's one little table back here. I really like that there's twinkle lights and a garland behind me. It's like they knew I would need a backdrop.
Oh, you're so sweet. Hi. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff, huh?
That shop was so cute. I ended up getting a couple things. I'll show you later. But right now I'm gonna walk a couple stores down to a stationery company that I've heard about. Oh no, I think it might be closed. Oh look, sorry, we're closed. Oh my. Well, so much for that, they're closed. I guess permanently, that's so sad. Well, there is one more shop I wanted to duck into that I haven't been to since it was combined with another store down there. It used to be called Arc and Echo. Now Echo is its own thing. Arc House is its own thing, and I thought it'd be fun if we went to Arc House. Look how sweet all the buildings look. I love how they're painted, and I love how they're framed with all of the Christmas lights. My dream, one of many, would be to live in an apartment above a storefront. I think that would be so fun. Oh, back in the car. It's starting to spit a little bit, turning more into rain than snow. I got a few goodies from that little shop. I just always call it the mustache shop. I know that's not what it's called, but genuinely, if you're in town, just look for the mustache. I grabbed 3 things and I'm really happy with all of them. The first thing I grabbed is this cute little star. It's just a tiny ornament, but I love it. I told you I have a thing for stars. They're just so sweet. Just a little addition to my tree. She wrapped everything so nicely, I feel bad undoing it. But I have to show you. You know how I feel about pudgy snowmen. Well, I found another one. A little nose and nothing else. It's the most minimal snowman and I love him. He's so cute. I had to take him home. I'll just put him on a little shelf somewhere. And then the last thing I got is this sweet brass frame. It sits on this triangle like that, and it's a see-through frame, so I'll have to cut it to size. But how darling is this? It's sort of giving steampunk vibes, which I'm not normally into, but I am into brass, and this little frame is too darn cute. Let me know what kind of picture you think I should put in it. But I rarely take pictures anymore simply because I don't remember to. I'm too in the moment. But let me know, what kind of picture do you think should go in there? A person, like a family or friend, or a place, something scenic and pretty. All right, it's starting to get dark, so let's make our way to Arc House and see what they have. I haven't been there in a minute. It'll just be fun to browse. Definitely getting dark out, definitely getting a little more chilly, but I did come away with something to take home. I don't know if I mentioned in this vlog or in a previous one, but I've been on a casual hunt for a wreath. So I have a little one that you guys saw me decorate with. But it's just so tiny, and that part of the wall just needs a little more, needs a little something. When I walked into Arc House, all of their Christmas stuff was, what did it say? 35% off? So I grabbed this wreath. It looks so cute. They had one that had some red berries, but they were a little bit more pricey than this kind, which has some pine cones in it and just greenery. This looks so cute, and it's the perfect size. I am definitely putting that on my wall when I get home. I've unfortunately parked in a terrible spot where it's nearly impossible to back up, so I'm gonna stop vlogging, get home safe, pick the camera back up then.